Hello Madridistas, and thanks for joining us on today's interesting episode as we'll talk you through some very important updates at Real Madrid. Kickstarting on today's agenda, Real Madrid hero Jude Bellingham finally appears in the media and talk on winning brace in Barcelona 2-1 victory as he claims it was my turn. We are going to be talking you through that on this episode. Then shortly after that, we will turn our attention elsewhere, as though Real Madrid managed to win the Clasico. Fans and pundits took time out to point fingers at Real Madrid striker Rodrygo'S for his extremely poor performance during the showdown. We are going to talk you through that on this episode as well. But before we move further, please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Follow us so you do not miss on our next update. It is Jude Bellingham's world and we are just living in it. The Englishman proved that he is the next big thing in football once again as Real Madrid travelled to sunny Catalonia to take on Barcelona once again in the first El Clasico of the season. While Barcelona seemed to have a hook on the game for 65 minutes, Bellingham changed the course of the scoreline first with a stunning strike from outside the box that slotted into the top right corner. Then he came in clutch in injury time as a deflected cross from Daniel Carvajal found its way into his path inside the 6-yard box, winning the game for Real Madrid. Following the win, he shared his experience playing his first ever Clasico as relayed by Mundo Deportivo, saying, "It has been a lot of fun playing this game. I just talked to my family. I told them that I was very excited before the game because I had seen many Clasico from the couch at home, and I told them that today it was my turn." Bellingham has now scored 13 goals across La Liga and Champions League, which is his best ever scoring campaign so far in admittedly short-lived career as a 20-year-old. Everything is coming out for me right now. I prepare the games well, I am training well, and I just want to learn and improve, he said about his impressive form. That said, he was quick to admit that today his performances was far from the best. In fact, he was barely seen in the first half. "Today, I was not at my best level. It was about combining with those at the top well, and being able to help the team today. I was not quite good, but I was able to score 2 goals, he concluded his post-match conference. Real Madrid and Bellingham face another uphill battle next weekend as they host Rayo Vallecano at the Santiago Bernabeu in the hopes of extending their lead on the top of the table. Having concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention elsewhere as Real Madrid players slammed despite win over FC Barcelona. Real Madrid got themselves their biggest victory of the season so far. They came from behind to win 2-1 against FC Barcelona, with Jude Bellingham scoring both goals and proving to be Los Blancos' hero once again. The first strike was absolutely sensational and arguably the best of his career. The second showed his instinct to be at the right place at the right time, once again proving how complete of a footballer he truly is. The win over Barcelona does not mean that every Real Madrid player had a great game. In fact, for the majority of the match, they looked like the second-best side, and it was the substitutes who ended up changing things around. While Bellingham has now scored 13 goals this season in as many appearances, one player who is struggling badly in front of goal is Rodrygo. The Brazilian has started the game as a starter, but that might not remain the case for much longer. Joselu looks like clearly the better option at the moment. On the other hand, according to state from Transfer Market, Rodrygo has scored 2 goals and provided an assist in 14 appearances this season. Rodrygo seemed pretty ineffective in the game against Barcelona, and both goals came after he was taken off, with Joselu replacing him in the 63rd minute of the game. Real Madrid fans clearly were not impressed with Rodrygo's performances on the day, and then let their feelings to be known on Twitter. It just does not feel like the change in the system is working for Rodrygo. He clearly is nowhere near the best in the world in the more central role. The same can be said about Vinicius Jr. But at least he has been a lot more effective. Carlo Ancelotti needs to either start Joselu in the place of Rodrygo or revert back to the old system, but then they could decrease the effectiveness of Bellingham, who is striving in this role. So having concluded with that, we have come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. See you next time, and Hala Madrid to us all.